On the topic of LLMs and worldly maps, how do we know what stage an LLM solution is? So I was thinking about this as I was uh, cycling, and I think that one of the ways that we can use to measure this is to look how much usage we have on an LLM in the solution. So we could say that if a particular solution is on the Genesis custom build, we have a lot of LLMs in line, i.e. we're using the LLMs as part of the flow, right? As it becomes productized, and that's on the explorers element. So the explorers use a lot of LLMs. The villagers, i.e. that move between sort of custom building product, the LLM usage, it gets reduced. We start to understand. Some of it can be done as code, some of it as workflows. We have a much better understanding. And also we have a lot more explainability, where in the beginning we might not have. We just throw the stuff to an LLM and leverage it amazingly to figure out all experiments, but then we end up having we don't have a lot of explainability. We just know it works, right? Some of the times, not all the time. So by the time we get to the villagers, it starts to work all the time, or most of the time, and it becomes like a product, especially when he runs all the time, right? And I would argue that the signal that we can see in this case the solution for it to become a commodity, i.e. all the way to the right in the worldly maps, is when you have no LLM in line. So it's all code. And sometimes you can use the LLMs to figure that out, but in a way, on every one of these steps, on these 4 stages, you still have the same input and the output. The difference is that in the left-hand side, the Genesis custom build, we have a lot of LLMs in line. In the middle bit, we have on the productization, we have a little bit of LLMs, maybe just for some specific bits, like what I use to create semantic knowledge graphs. And then on the commodity side, when it becomes a service, always working, highly repeatability, highly explainability, we have no LLMs in line. So that's the idea.